Good afternoon. Welcome to Coffee and a Card. I am Holly with Handcrafted Blessings, and always excited to be with you guys on these videos as we make cards together. So as you guys are coming in here, we'll get everything set up and ready to go. And there we go. Now I can say hi to those of you who are coming in. So it is blazing hot here in Iowa. So we are just staying inside and enjoying the air conditioning. Definitely the wise thing to do this week. So welcome. Hi Karen. Hi Kathy. Welcome everybody who's coming in here today. So I've got a happy mail to show you, and then we're going to make a card, and we're going to talk a little bit about card play, the online retreat that I've got coming up in July. So July 28th and 29th, the last weekend of July. So we'll talk a little bit about that, but first I am going to show you a card. So, you know, I love showing cards that you guys have made. So when I get handmade cards, whether they are hand delivered to me or they come through the mail, I call that happy mail, and I like to show those on these videos. So, excuse me. This card actually comes from Connie Dinsdale. She's one of my team members, and she's local here in Iowa. I don't have very many Iowa team members. Most of my team members are spread all over the country. So it was fun to get a note from her. She wanted to stop by, and she brought me this card that I wanted to show you. So check that out. Isn't that so fun? So I think you can kind of see the background there is the textured, shoot, I'm missing the name of it. It's like a tasteful texture, I don't know. Anyways, it's a really cute embossing folder in the background. But look at that, she's made it into a Lego card. And then it says, a wonderful marriage is the collection of many small happy moments. And this yellow is also embossed with that same embossing folder. So I thought that was really fun. I did have to ask her how to do this, because if you want Lego themed cards, she said she just used a hole punch to make these. And then you can see those are little stitched squares on there. And so that's just an easy way to make a Lego card. And then she also brought us a wedding present, and I just had to show you one of them because I've never seen something like this before. But she brought us towels that have Lego on them. How fun is that? So there's like a set of 2 of everything, the hand towel, the washcloth, the bath towels. But I thought it'd be fun to show you. So anyways, if you're new around here, I love Lego. I build Lego as a hobby. So when card making became my business, I decided to start a new hobby, and I wanted to pick a hobby that couldn't become a business. So I picked Lego as one of my hobbies, and I just enjoy building Lego. So this will be super fun to have. Okay, I am going to take a drink. Okay, first, I'm going to go ahead and put my camera down. And because I want to tell you for a second about card play, the online retreat that I've got coming up. So if you are here in February, you know that we did we did card play. So we do it a few times a year. And I'm trying to grab the bundle over here. So I join with 3 other demonstrators, so there's 4 of us who get together, and we put on the card play online retreat. So we pick one bundle to feature for the make and takes, and that's the supply kit that you can get in the mail. And so our make and takes are going to feature the ink and tiled set, which has 2 coordinating punches. So it's got these 2, which fit really well together. You can make flowers, you can make quilted patterns, you can you can do all sorts of things with these. But this is the bundle that we're going to feature in the Make and Take kit. So if you choose to get the kit for the retreat, you'll get the supplies for 8 cards. It'll include things like a full pack of this Inked Botanicals Designer Series paper. So you'll, we won't even open it for you. You'll just get the whole pack of this paper. You're also going to get the brushed brass butterflies and the brushed metallic dots. You're also going to get the Lost Lagoon ribbon, I think it is. And of course, lots of cardstock so that you can do your 8 cards. Now, we also have another 8 bundles that we're going to feature throughout the 12 videos that we're doing. So you are going to get 24 card tutorials. So tons of great card ideas, step-by-step tutorials so that you can make them yourself. If you don't have the bundles that we show, you can always purchase them from us, or you can substitute with products that you already own. So I'm actually going to make a card today using one of the other bundles that I'll be featuring. Oh, and I was going to say, you have 2 options. Actually, you have 3 options for this. If you would like to get card play for free, you can join my team. And June is a great time to join my team because you can get extra free product in your starter kit. But all of my team members get card play for free. You can purchase the Make and Take kit. So the second option is to get the Make and Take kit. That includes all of the online videos, PDF tutorials. You can win prizes, you know, all of that. We'll ship you the kit beforehand. It does not include your bundle, so you can purchase the bundle separately. Your third option is the online access pass only. So that just gives you access to the videos and the tutorials so that you can join in the fun that weekend, but you won't get the actual product in the mail. So hopefully that kind of helps. And yeah, I think I've answered all of the questions. Oh, the Make and Take kit is $69, which includes your 24 tutorials, all of your supplies, access to the videos, and then the online access pass only is $35. So that's kind of the differences of the 2 of the options for Make and Take. And then, like I said, it's free for demonstrators on my team. Okay, so we've got Zany Zoo. This is one of the other bundles that I will be showing. And the coordinating dies here. Now, what I love about this set is every single image in the stamp set has a die. Even the musical notes and the confetti, there is a die that goes with it. So super cute that we can cut out every single image. And then I'm going to pair it today with the Stylish Shapes dies. So we're going to make a card using that. Let's see here. Grab my supplies here. So I'll be using the, is this called Zany Zoo? I think it is. Let's see here. It is called Zoo Crew. I will be using the Zoo Crew Designer Series paper. I'm going to use the black and white side, but I want to show you this side first before I start cutting it up. Because how cute is this, you guys? Even if you only bought the paper, you could fussy cut these, or you could buy the paper and the dies if you don't want the stamps. Because, here's the thing. If I bring this back over here, see the llama? The llama. So there's a die that coordinates with that. Let's see. Trying to find the ones that have the dies. So the alligator over here. We've got a die for that. The raccoon with the balloons. So you can use these dies to also cut your Designer Series paper, or you can just fussy cut it. But for today, I am going to be using the black and white side to make our card. So let me show you what we're making. Maybe. I just had it. Oh, here we go. Here is the card that we're making today. So we're going to feature Tahitian Tide and then that black and white there. Okay, So we'll start with, we've got our basic black card base. I'll grab my trimmer here. And I'm going to score this. So I've just taken a standard card base, which is 5.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to score it at 4 1/4. Okay, so we'll set that aside. Then we'll take our Tahitian Tide, one of the in colors that we got last year, and we are going to cut this to 3 3/4 by 5. So it's going to be 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. All right, we'll set that aside, and then we'll take a piece of basic white, and we're going to cut this down. We need it to be 4 7/8. 4 7/8 by 3 5/8. I'm going to use a bunch of 1/8 inch measurements today. So that was 3 5/8 by 4 7/8. All right, so basically just 1/8 of an inch smaller than our Tahitian Tide, because we'll be putting this over each other. And I just wanted a little bit of that Tahitian Tide, give kind of a pop of color. Okay, so then we're going to do our designer series paper. So I'll start here with this one, kind of a chevron type pattern. And we are going to cut a 2-inch strip here first. Okay. So it's going to be 2 inches by 3 3/8. There we go. Okay, and then next with our stars, we are going to cut at 2 1/2. Let's see. 2 1/2. There we go. By 1 5/8. 1 5/8. Okay, just a tiny little piece. So you can see if I was doing multiples of these, I could easily just keep cutting this strip at 1 5/8, and you end up being able to make a lot of cards out of one strip from each paper. Okay, and then last but not least, we have our, I don't know, we'll call them waves for lack of a better word. And we're going to do this at 2 1/2. 2 1/2 by 1 5/8. So same size as the last one that we just did. Whoops. There we go. Okay. So we've got that. I think that's everything. So I'll just set this here. Okay. Oh boy. I'm going to try to keep talking loudly, but I have to grab my die cutter. I just realized I don't have it, and it's on the other side of the room. So we're just going to grab that real quick and get ready to die cut. Okay. So I just went ahead and grabbed the mini embossing machine because it's the easiest for me to grab. So we'll set these pieces aside, and we'll take one of these, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp my images on here so then we can die cut it. So I'll use my Memento black ink here, and I'm going to stamp that raccoon with the balloons. Make sure it's well inked. Okay, we'll just stick him here. And then our other stamping will have to wait a moment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this. Since I'm using the mini machine, I have to make sure that my piece will fit through. So we'll take this. So we'll put our plates on here. And the first one I'll stick in here is the big one. And I'm going to grab one of the Stylish Shapes dies. Now I put these dies on a magnet piece, so that's what you're seeing. That black background is just a magnet sheet. So we're gonna stick that on here. I'm just gonna slide it over so I can fit both of these at the same time, I think. Yeah, I think I can fit them both. Okay, so there we go. Try to get all of this to balance here. Now I need my raccoon die. So we'll grab our Zany Zoo dies. And I need this one here. And of course, while doing that, I knocked the circle over, but that's all right. We will get this coordinated. So we're just gonna make sure that we're on the platform. We'll put our die down. Now you can tape your dies if you're worried about them moving. So I'm just gonna stick this straight down here. There we go. And I'm just holding my thumb over that raccoon until he gets all the way into the machine. There we go. So that my die won't shift on me. So we've got our, oh, it did shift on me a little bit, but that's okay. We can fix that. Okay, so we've got our circle. Put that back, and we'll just stick our raccoon back on here, just so we don't lose anything in the mess of crafting. Okay, so because my die cutting got off just a little bit, I'm just going to come over here and use my snips, and I'm just going to fussy cut on this one edge where it got a little extra, a little close to the stamping. Right. And then we'll do down here, and then this way it'll all even itself out. Because it's not so far over that it's not usable, I just have to lessen the border on a few places. There we go. Okay, so we've got our raccoon with balloons, and we have our stitched circle. So I'll take my Memento Black again, and one of the other stamps in this stamp set says, "Happy birthday to you." There we go. Put that there. All right. So then I'm going to take some of my markers. Grab these from over here. And we also have some Wink of Stella, and so we're just going to color in. Now, this color combination, let me bring back the Designer Series paper. What I love about paper like this, if you're trying to... I didn't get that. Oh, could you try? Siri is listening into us. If you're looking for color combination ideas, the Designer Series paper is a great way to go. So you can see here we've got the balloons. So I'm going to use relatively the same 4 colors that you see on the Designer Series paper, because I just think that would look really cute. Okay, so first up, I have got Parakeet Party. So I'm going to take that here, and we're just going to color the balloon. Now I'm not using blends, so this is just going to be a solid color balloon. And then I'm going to use Lemon Lolly. Just trying to use kind of some bright, fun colors. So there's Lemon Lolly. And then of course we've got to have Tahitian Tide to tie in with our cardstock. So put that here. There we go. And then last but not least, I have got fresh freesia. So you could pick any 4 colors that you want, obviously. But I just wanted to show you that if you're having trouble coming up with a color combination, using the designer series paper is a great way to go because it gives you ideas. So now I'm going to add Wink of Stella because it's just fun to have some sparkle to our card. So I'm just going to shake it here because I haven't used this one in a little bit. So you don't want to squeeze the tube a whole lot. If you find yourself squeezing the tube, I recommend you do it over some scrap paper, not your actual project, because you don't want a big blob of Wink of Stella to come out. And I think when I hold this up close, you'll be able to see better what I've done. Well, let me do this first before I color the green one. Okay, I'm going to hold this up close. And what I'm hoping you can see is how I'm going to, maybe if I can catch the light on it. I think you can just barely see it. But in real life, Wink of Stella is such a fun way to add sparkle to your card. It's almost like liquid glitter, but it's glitter without the mess of glitter. So I love it. I love it so much. And you can use Wink of Stella on anything. Okay, so there's our raccoon and our circle, which I cut the wrong size circle. Okay, bear with me a second. We are going to take our dies and cut the correct circle really quick. Because if I use that larger circle, it's actually not going to fit great on my project. So I got to go one size down. I was a little flustered because I didn't have the machine, and so I just grabbed a die, a circle die, and it was not quite the right size. Alright, so that's going to look better. So we'll take this circle, similar, you know, not too far off, but I think you're going to see that the happy birthday is going to look better on the smaller one, plus the smaller size is going to fit better in the end card result. So now we'll put happy birthday to you. That's the look I was going for. Okay, we'll just save this for a different card project. Okay, so we're going to start here with our card base. Oh, you know what? We need to do one more stamping before we start doing all of our assembly. We have one more stamp. And it says, something great to celebrate, you. So we're going to be putting that right there. Actually, you know what? I'll just use the same block. It'll work. Because I can still see through the block to see the stamp on the back side. So I can, there we go. Okay, now we can work on some of our assembly. Okay, so we've got our card base, and I'll just start here on the inside. I often work inside out for my cards. I don't know why. Just a habit I suppose I've gotten into. So we'll put that on the inside. We'll flip it back over here. And we will start doing some assembly here. So we're going to take our piece of white and we're going to take all of our designer series paper. And we're going to be putting these just like so on here. I'm going to try to get even borders. That looks about right where I want to put them. So we'll tape these down. So I'm going to start by looking for even borders on my 3 sides. That looks about right, I think. We'll do this one. There we go. And then we'll do the 3rd one. Now another fun way to do this paper is you could actually use your blending brushes and you could swipe some color over these black and white patterns if you wanted to add a little bit of color. But I'm really highlighting the black and white today so that my raccoon with balloons and a little bit of Tahitian tide is really gonna pop since it's mostly a black and white card. Okay, so we're just layering all of our pieces together. Put this guy here. There we go. Okay, so these two, our raccoon and our circle, we're going to take our dimensionals here. And grab a new sheet. We're just going to put dimensionals on everything. There we go. Now, Tahitian Tide has a beautiful metallic ribbon, so we're going to be tying that in here with it as well. So we'll stick our raccoon guy here and our circle. But you can see how if I had stayed with that larger circle, it just didn't quite fit the proportions of what I was going for here. It wouldn't look terrible, but just not quite what I was going for. So that's why I switched back to the smaller circle that I intended to have. Okay, so the Tahitian Tide has this gorgeous metallic ribbon. So I'm going to take a piece of that, and actually for this one, I'm going to do it a little bit different than my sample, just because I can. So we're going to cut 2 pieces here, and I'm going to take both at the same time. We're going to attempt this. This one is a little harder to do what I'm about to do, but I think the end result will be worth the effort. So I'm going to do a double bow here. Just remember, I'm starting with 2 pieces of the metallic ribbon. So there we go. Okay, let me just cut these extras off here. But the metallic ribbon ties in so well with that Wink of Stella because it's just got that nice little sparkle here. So this time, you'll see the difference when I bring back the sample card, but I have done a double bow, so it's a little bit more beefy, shall we say. This ribbon is pretty thin, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of jazz it up with 2 layers of ribbon. So I'm going to put a glue dot here. I'm going to make sure I fold it back on itself. So we're hiding that glue dot here behind the knot. And then I can stick that down here, the bottom of my circle. All right, and then last but not least, we will take the pastel sequins. So the pastel sequins, there are a few different colors here. You've got gold, you've got, I think this is Bubble Bath, and then the blue, which I think is Tahitian Tide, but I don't know. And then we will just take a couple of bling here, one of each size. All right. So then we'll fold our card base, smooth it down with the bone folder, and we have our card for today. So happy birthday to you. Something great to celebrate. You. So this would be a really fun birthday card for anybody, not just for kids. I know sometimes we look at critter cards and we think, oh, that's just for kids. I don't have kids in my life. I don't need cards like that. I will tell you, as a 42-year-old adult, I would adore this card if somebody sent it to me. So critters are not just for kids. So I'll bring back the sample, and you'll see here the different look of the single bow versus the double bow. So it just gives it a little bit hardier look when you double up that metallic ribbon. So there's a card. You can always find the measurements for this kind of stuff on my blog or on my YouTube channel if you're looking to remake it if you missed something today. You can check out my blog, handcraftedblessings.com, to get all of the measurements and replay and all of that. But thanks so much for tuning in today for Coffee and a Card. Now, this is not one of the cards that I'll be showing during card play. I'll have 2 other Zany Zoo cards that I'll be showing, but this is the kind of projects you can expect during card play, is to see things like this. We also have, I don't know, 8 or 10 fun folds that you'll learn throughout the retreat. So just a little kind of peek into what it will look like to craft with us on Friday and Saturday, July 28th and 29th. So let me know if you've got any other questions about that. But thanks so much for tuning in to Coffee and a Card, and I'll see you again soon. Don't forget to encourage one another and build each other up. Have a great day.